Hi, hello Hachi, it's me. Oh wait, hold on, sorry, my music's really loud. I forgot to turn it down. Yeah, hi, hello, surprise. Bet you didn't think you'd be seeing me today, but yet here I am. For better or for worse. So I was I hold on, sorry. Let me get like my mind all together. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna stream or not today because once again I had to work. Not happy about that, but you know what can you do? Uh, However, afterwards, today is Father's Day, so sorry. Oh my gosh, can I stop hitting my freaking mic? Holy jeez. Um, so after I finished work, me and Mama V and Papa V, we all went out to dinner to celebrate Father's Day. Hooray! And I do have some good news about that, because we went out to a sort of like Asian food place, and so they gave us all fortune cookies at the end, and I picked mine out first. And so normally whenever we get like fortune cookies, when I try to open mine, it always like just flies out of the package. So I tried to like really gently open it. But this time I opened it and it didn't fly out of the package. Yay! So I was like, oh, this is a good sign. And hello, welcome. And like so after I opened up the cookie, and the fortune said it's too crowded at the bottom of the ladder and you should head to the top. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a good fortune. And then I looked on the back because it gives you like lucky numbers at the back, and the first number, I kid you not, was 39. The Miku number. I was like, it's a sign. It's a sign. It's a sign. Good things are to come. I knew it. So yeah, that made me feel very happy about myself. Yeah, there's always room at the top. So that's right. That's right. I'm going straight to the top. Yeah. And yeah, so I was like, you know what? That's giving me good vibes. So I decided to just go ahead and stream today. But I didn't make a I didn't make a thumbnail in time because, like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to or not, and I didn't really have any time to make one today because I was working for most of the day. Yeah, so I was not expecting to work so late. That's what I was saying about yesterday. I was going to just like I was gonna just like skip over Friday and like stream on Saturday, and then when I came into work and I checked the schedule, it had me scheduled until like 7 o'clock, and I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm here until 7? So apparently, my bosses, they like summoned half of our staff out to work somewhere else for the weekend and left just me and one other person to work for the whole weekend. Yeah, that was not pleasant. So I was like, oh well. I guess we're not doing that today. And boy, let me tell you, I was tired. I was beyond tired. I was halfway brain dead. Coming home yesterday, I was so out of it. I was barely conscious. I could hardly form like a complete thought. I don't know how I managed to drive myself home. Yeah, it was pretty rough, especially on Saturday. Mm. Today was not so bad, I don't think, but it was a lot, of course, because it's a holiday, so everybody's out shopping and doing this and that, taking their dad out places. Yeah. And the worst part about yesterday was that night or the night before. I was having some serious trouble getting to sleep. I didn't get to sleep until like way late into the night, and I was like thinking to myself, "Oh, it's fine because tomorrow is the day that I get to leave early." I did not get to leave early. Horrible foreshadowing. Just when you think you're gonna be able to make it out safe, no, life has other plans. So I just decided to, take it easy, take her easy this stream, not do anything too strenuous, and just like talk about cartoons because I've been watching a lot of cartoons lately, and I want to talk about it. You all know I have some strong opinions about animation. Did I hit my mic again? I'm just trying to take a drink. Jeez Louise. Yeah. So we'll do that. We'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. You'll have to wait and see. Mm-mm-mm. So with that I guess I'm segueing into here we go. Here we go. We got our Cartoon Network tier list. Yeah, it's all organized by the alphabetical order. Mm. So yeah, I guess we'll unceremoniously get started with Two Stupid Dogs, which I did not watch. I'm sorry. I know it's a bummer start. I didn't watch that one. Yeah, I should tell you all. I am a 2000 slash 2010s kid. So if I don't know slash have not seen, well, that's not true. I know pretty much all the shows on this list. If I have not seen all the like 90s and like early 2000s shows, um sorry. No hard feelings. It's not that I don't think that they're good. I just, different age groups, but I know enough. Honestly, I haven't even seen like all the shows from my generation, so you know. 16 though, 16. I do have some some good memories from 16. I remember thinking like when I was younger, I thought that I would like get in trouble for watching it. I was like, oh, this show seems a little mature for me. Oh, this one or the one that I just read? So I just did Two Stupid Dogs. I'm on to 16. 16 had a banger intro too. I enjoyed 16. I've rewatched a couple episodes since then, and yeah, it definitely I think is like more mature, but I feel like because this is the same studio that did Total Drama, and Total Drama, at least for like the first couple seasons, that was very mature for its time. I don't know, the 2000 shows were just a lot edgier, I feel like. Oh, true that, true that. 16 did make being a teenager look really cool. Like that was like the time when like everybody was like, oh yeah, all the teenagers, they all like hang out at the malls and stuff, and then when I was a teen, no one ever hung out at the mall. You had to like, well, to be fair, for me, the mall was very far away, so you had to coordinate with your parents to drive you there. Like you couldn't just like walk or skateboard out to school unless you had a driver's license, which none of my friends did. Some of my friends still don't have driver's licenses, which I mean, you know, I kind of get it because it's hard and scary, and I don't like driving. But you know, come on now. Yeah, I wish that they would go back to the more mature period, or at least like they could do like with what they used to do, and I think they kind of still do it is like have like the more kiddie shows during the day, and then like as it gets later, put on like shows that are more mature, and then you lead into Adult Swim. Yeah, you know how it is. Okay. Oh, hold on. Sorry, cough. I don't want to cough on the mic. A pup named Scooby Doo. I did not watch that one. I've seen the original Scooby Doo. Do not get on me. I have seen Scooby Doo. I just haven't seen this particular variant. I've seen the original, just not. And I've seen a couple of the Scooby Doo reboots. I don't know how many. I don't know how many, if any. That kind of rhymed. I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have like any of the like Hanna-Barbera ones, but 16 felt like every character was a trust fund kid. Yeah, you know what? You know what? I can see that. I can see that. Like I would say like out of all of the Scooby Doo reboots, what's new Scooby Doo? Top tier for sure. And Mystery Incorporated. Those two I think are probably the best ones. And like the one I'm just going off the ones that I've seen. There's probably more that I just can't remember. And I remember the one that was like I don't know. I don't really remember too much about it. I just remember that it looked like Family Guy characters. I don't remember what that one was called. I just remember there was one where like my first thought was like, why does this look like Family Guy? It wasn't Velma. It wasn't Velma. That came way later. That did not air on Cartoon Network. And I did not watch Velma. I was not one of the people that hate watched it because I knew better. See, that's the thing. That's the thing that I always say is like, if you really don't like something like a show or a movie that's coming out, don't watch it. That's the best thing you can do is not watch it, because if you watch it, then it's gonna signal to companies that hey, people are watching this. It's gonna make us money, so let's keep making it. That's why I didn't watch Velma. I didn't watch the Minecraft movie. I mean, the Minecraft movie was gonna make bank either way, but didn't get my money, so. Oh man, right on. We go from like a few okay. Oh, Be Cool Scooby Doo. That's the one. Yes, thank you. I could not remember. We move on to a heavy hitter. I'm putting Adventure Time at the top. All right, listen, I was very obsessed with this show when I was a kid. Like I was super into Adventure Time. I made OCs. I would just like look up random pictures and like print them out and stuff, like just all the time, all the time. I was super into Adventure Time when I was a kid. I even just recently I finished rewatching it. It's one of my all-time favorites. I love the world building and the characters just so much. I love it so much. Right now I'm also rewatching Fiona and Cake just because I feel like I don't know. I don't know if had Fiona and Cake ever been like canonized. I'm not sure. I feel like if it was canon, I could see it fitting in pretty well. I also did watch Distant Lands, and the episode where it was like after Finn and Jake had died. Oh my gosh, that one made me cry so much. I cried so hard during that. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Well, wasn't the whole thing like their universe was like it was like Prismo's fan fiction? Like it was just it was Prismo who made he made like an alternate world and he just like beamed them into Ice King's head, something like that. Well, speaking of Prismo, it was really funny when we were at dinner. There was a group sitting behind me, and like one of the guys in the group sounded just like Prismo. I just could not stop thinking, like every time I heard the guys speak, just like I couldn't stop thinking about like Prismo saying those same words. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy sounds exactly like him. I thought it was funny. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Something like that. Like I said, I'm rewatching it, so I'll figure out. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, I did not like Almost Naked Animals. It's, mm, I don't know. I feel like it tried to be like SpongeBob or like Coconut Fred, and it was it was neither of those things. Maybe I don't know. I didn't talk to the guy. I mean, like, what am I gonna say? Hey, you sound exactly like this character on Adventure Time. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't jive with Almost Naked Animals. I can't imagine anybody who would. It's just, it's a weird concept, weird show. I did not like it. Let's move on. Amazing World of Gumball, also top tier. I love Gumball. Mama B hates it. Mama B thinks it's dumb. She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand how good the Amazing World of Gumball is. For some reason, I don't get it. But I always really liked it. Yeah, I saw that it is getting a reboot. I'm very excited. I'm sure it's gonna be great. I hope that they're still planning to do the movie. I hope so. I really hope so. I just, I like I'm a big fan of like multimedia sort of animations like Spider-Verse and stuff like that, and Gumball has a lot of that sort of thing. So, I like that a lot. And I love all the gags and everything. No, Gumball's not stupid. It's good. It's a good show. It's very entertaining. some of the early some of the episodes in like the early season, I feel like yeah, it was a little bit like stupid kids show, but I feel like as it progressed, it really found its footing and like what kind of show it wanted to be. And yeah, I like it. I like the direction that it went. Okay. Apple and onion, it's fine. I don't know. It's just kind of meh. I've seen like a couple of episodes of Apple and Onion, and it was like, all right. I didn't like the fact that the main characters are British. That's unfortunate. That's the worst thing about Apple and Onion is that they made the main characters British. Not allowed. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. It was just kind of boring. It didn't really, stick with me all that much. Atomic Betty. I'm sorry, I didn't watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you guys. A lot of the like more actiony based shows I did not watch. So yeah, I mean, it's the show's just kind of okay. Like I said, it's fine. Like it's not like it's not painful to sit through, but it's not a gem. I'm putting all the baby shows in yikes because we don't need cartoon shows but as babies. You don't need that. If you needed them to be babies, then you should have done that first. It's lame. It's boring. Also, I'm sorry I didn't watch any of the Batman shows. Also, I'm sorry I didn't watch Ben 10. Let me get this out of the way. Let me get this out of the way. I didn't watch any Ben 10 shows. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. It was just like a boys cartoon for me, and I didn't want to watch it because I was a girl, and I just was like, no, it's not my thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know Batman Beyond is good. I just haven't watched it. Like I said, I'm not saying that these shows are bad. I'm just saying I haven't watched it, so I can't judge it. I can't judge it properly. I thought it's nothing against these shows. I understand that they are great and they are classics. I just have not watched them. I'm sorry. I probably will eventually. I mean, now that I've already been like, rewatching / watching like regular just certain Cartoon Network shows, I don't know, I might just start watching it. I know it's good. I just haven't like sat down and watched it, so I can't. Okay, you know what? Actually, I have seen a little bit of Batman Beyond because they used to air it on the Hub, and I do remember thinking that it was pretty cool. But again, it was so long ago, I don't remember really any of the episodes, so I'm just gonna leave it in the have not watched / don't remember because I don't remember. I'm sorry. Like I said, I didn't really watch any of the action shows because I felt that they were more targeted towards boys, and so I thought, as a young child, I thought, this sort of show wouldn't be for me because it's made for boys, and I am not a boy, so, that was just my thought process as a kid. I'm sorry, you know what? It's my list. If you don't like the way that I rank things, then make your own list. How about that? How about that? Okay, moving on to Camp Lazlo. I barely remember. I know I've seen like a few episodes. I don't remember a thing about it. I'm sorry. I don't remember. Captain Planet. I've seen a few episodes of it. It's very campy. It's very campy. I don't know. I'm stuck between like putting it in like it's fine. Like it's kind of, you know what? Maybe it needs its own. We're gonna make that its own thing. Okay, we're gonna make a All right, we're gonna make it. No, not you. Okay. So bad, it's good. We're gonna do that. Sometimes it's exactly. Sometimes it gets so bad that it becomes funny. Like it just gets so ridiculous and so 80s that you just gotta be like, what the heck. It's pretty funny. Just, what is it? Chop Saki Chooks or something? I don't know. It's about chickens. That's all I know. It's about chickens that do kung fu. I've never seen it. I think that I think that like this one aired overseas, so I never saw it. Well, I mean, early 90s is like it's practically just diet 80s. For a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff is. Mm-mm-mm. No, I'm gonna say so bad it's good is underneath Yikes, just because like, Yikes is just like it's bad. There's no redeeming qualities, but th- so bad it's good is when it comes full circle. You see, like think of this like a circle. So like say if this was, so this is red, this would be violet that goes back into red. You get what I mean? Yeah. That's my opinion. Okay, Chowder. I might ruffle some feathers with this one. I just think it's fine. I didn't really click with it as a kid, but it's cute. It's not too bad. It's not my favorite show, but I think it's cute, and I like the effect that they do with the clothes, where like when the characters are walking, it looks like they're like the clothes pattern is like it stays in place. I always thought that was really cool. And and yes, the jokes are very funny, but I mean, it's fine. And I'm gonna put Clarence at the same place. I would put it higher, but it has some like gross out moments that physically made me sick. Like, oh my gosh, what was it? Like one of the episodes where they like go to like a McDonald's and they're in a play place. Ugh. I'm sorry, that one just it brings back some gross memories, and I don't like it. I don't like it. There's just some episodes are really good. A lot of it I would say is pretty decent. But there are some episodes, and this might just be a skill issue because I'm not really a big fan of gross out cartoons. But it just some episodes are a little too rough and tumble for me. But overall, I'd say it's a good show. Class of 3000. I'm sorry, I didn't watch this one either. That one was a little before my time. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, all the kids are kind of weird kids, but I think it portrays childhood very realistically, and I think it's cute. I really like the episode where the one kid has like he like creates like a fantasy story with like a bunch of wild animals, and it has like a really cute like oh god, what's that movie called? Like Secret of Nim sort of animation segment. I thought it was cute. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I didn't really vibe with it, but I can see how, like, if you're like super into the movie. Oh, excuse me. If you're really into the movie, then like I don't know, maybe you'd like it. It was not my cup of tea. I found it kind of boring when I was a kid, so yeah, let that be known. Oh my gosh, I didn't know Code Lyoko aired on Cartoon Network. I only watched it through re-uploads on YouTube. I really like Code Lyoko. even though they got giant foreheads, I really liked it. It's a very unique show. And yeah, I thought it was cool. I think they had it on Netflix at one point in time too. I just remember seeing it because like I used to like religiously watch like cartoon reviewers, and they would talk about the show all the time. So I was like, I want to know this one. This is kind of looks like anime. So oh yeah, no, that one's before my time. Unfortunately, I did not see that one. Oh God, I'm like really gonna date myself. You all are gonna be like, oh my gosh, VV, you're so babu, and I can't say anything because you're probably right. Oh well, oh well. But the point is, I have seen it, and I did like it. I did like it. Oh yeah, I think I watched Totally Spies. I can't remember if I watched it, like what channel I watched it on, but I don't know. I can't remember. I know that I have seen Totally Spies though. At least like some some episodes I've seen somewhere. Codename Kids Next Door. I also really like Codename Kids Next Door. I thought that the concept was really fun, and my favorite was number 5. I thought she was so cool. I also like number 3 because she was cute, and I felt a kinship with her love of plushies. You know, yeah. I always really like Kids Next Door. Oh boy, Courage the Cowardly Dog. Do I have a story? Do I have a story about Courage the Cowardly Dog? I'm also putting it in, and I really liked it because I did. I remember as a kid, I did really like it. But boy, do I have a story about Courage the Cowardly Dog because I got banned from watching that when I was a kid. And I was, unfortunately, I was too good of a child. I obeyed my parents when they told me you're not allowed to watch certain shows anymore. So, there was like, there's an episode, I don't remember what the episode's called, but there's an episode where, like, they, the family, they, like, get their heads chopped off by, like, I think, like, Viking ghosts or something like that. And, yeah, like I didn't get banned because I like was traumatized by it. Actually, the opposite. So I was watching that episode during dinner when I was little, and Mama B watched the episode, and she was like, "This is way too scary for you. You're not allowed to watch that show ever again." I was like, "What?" Because I liked it. I really liked it. And like at the time, I was like really into reading like Goosebumps and stuff like that. So like that was when I was just starting to get into horror. So yeah, I never got the childhood trauma of seeing the Return the Slab guy or anything like that. Because my mom banned me from watching it. And I was too good of a child to like sneakily watch it. Yeah, it's that one. Goosebumps. I also have a kind of funny story about because I started reading Goosebumps books when I was in like I think my elementary school library had it. I think when I was in like third or fourth grade, something like that. And I like I got a book, a Goosebumps book, and then like when I guess I became a trendsetter because all of a sudden like a bunch of other kids in my class started reading Goosebumps too. Like it felt so mysterious because all the Goosebumps books were in like the bottom shelf in like the corner of the library. So it really did feel like it was something like really scary and like something bad would happen, you know. And I was like kind of nervous to check the book out too. And then we got told that like only like either 4th grade or 5th grade kids were allowed to check out the books, which is like it's kind of weird cuz it's like well, you didn't tell us that when we were checking out the books first. So, I don't know. I don't know. I think they just didn't want us to get scared, which is ironic because we also had like the scary stories to tell in the dark books in our classrooms, and those books are way scarier than Goosebumps. Not maybe not story wise, but definitely like imagery wise. I had nightmares about scary stories to tell in the dark. I did not have a single nightmare about Goosebumps. At least not that I remember. Hi, welcome. Yeah, I mean, I still checked books out. I checked them out even still, you know. because like even then I was like, this isn't this isn't the worst, because but like then by the time I got like quote unquote old enough to check out the Goosebumps books, I was already into reading like creepypastas and stuff, and that's way worse. It's both way worse in material and also way worse in quality of writing. Yeah, well, when I was in school, we didn't really have any manga. All right. Anyways, moving on. Cow and chicken. Oh, this might be controversial. I didn't really like Cow and Chicken. Again, it's like, it's kind of one of those gross out shows. Or at least, it might not technically be a gross out cartoon, but I feel it's a gross out cartoon. Like, it makes me kind of uncomfortable, so I did not really like it. Yeah, That's all I'm gonna say about that. It's just that it grossed me out. I mean, I understand how like people are nostalgic for it, but and again, skill issue because I am not a gross out cartoon fan. I don't like any of that. Okay, I'm glad that's not a super controversial take. Craig of the Creek. I love Craig of the Creek. I feel like not enough people gave this show a chance, but it's really good. It really reminds me of myself when I was a kid. Not so much like playing in my backyard because there were no kids in my neighborhood for most of my life, but it more so reminded me of like when I would play on the playground. Because like every kid was like split up into like little friend group factions. Like my group was the Warrior Cats kids because we would pretend to be Warrior Cats during school. Yeah, it's really cute. It's a really good show. It's got a lot of fun characters, a very diverse cast of characters too, by the way, which I think is really cool. My favorite character is the magical girl Sparkle Cadet. I love every time she's on screen. I'm sat down. And like pretty much every time I go out to a convention, I watch the episode where they go to the convention, the elder convention, to psych myself up, and I say like, "No, Mickey, the toys kiss," all the time, because I'm a figure collector. So I'm just like, I tease Mama B with it, because I'm like, look, I'm gonna make the figures hold hands. She's like, no, and then I'll reply with, "No, Mickey, the toys kiss." I just love that line. That's so funny. Yeah, it's a good show. I like it. I did not watch the Cramp Twins. It does not look like my kind of thing, but whatever. The superhero girls show, I thought that it was cute. It's fine. It's a little. I feel like if this show came out when I was like, I don't know, maybe like 9 or 10, I feel like I would have loved it. But I don't know. I think it might be a little too little girl ish for me now. But I love Lauren Faust, and the character designs are very cute. I love the art style, and I especially love Harley Quinn. I love every time Harley Quinn was on screen. She's such a delight. But it reminds me. Oh my gosh! Does anybody else remember when they made like a fashion doll line of the DC superhero girls? Like they did the whole like they go to superhero high school or something. Like they tried to do like Monster High but with DC characters. And I thought that was weird because they had Harley Quinn going to the superhero school. I was like, she's not one of the heroes though. She's one of the bad guys, but it's really cute. Mm-mm. Oh, good, good. I'm glad someone else remembers because I was low key into that. I was into that concept. I was like, heck yeah. Superhero fashion dolls? Why not? And now we have like Miraculous Ladybug for that, so yeah. Oh, Dexter's Laboratory. I've got some strong feelings about Mr. Gendy Tartakovsky. Strong good feelings. I I've really liked like pretty much all of the media that he has put out. So yeah, I have seen like quite a bit. I was like really into Dexter's Lab at one point when I was a kid. It was like that and Powerpuff Girls. I those two were like bangers to me, and I could not believe that like they stopped they like took them off of the main channel. So I would watch them. Again, this is gonna make me sound like really young. They put them on Boomerang, so I would watch them on Boomerang. They put like a bunch of like the older like 90s and 2000s shows onto Boomerang. I mean, that's fair enough. I just I don't know. There's just something. I don't know. That makes me want to put them in top tier. The DreamWorks Dragons one, it was all right. I appreciate them adding more lore into the How to Train Your Dragon universe. As I'm not honestly, now that I think about it, I'm not sure if the TV show is actually canon because I do remember people like complaining about that because this came out after the second movie came out. And then the third movie came out, or maybe it came out after the first one, and then the second one came out, and everybody was like, "What the heck?" No, I think it came out after the first movie, and then the second movie came out, and everyone was like, "This does not follow the lore that the TV show had." I know there's somebody at like a convention that I went to once that did like an extensive lore history on How to Train Your Dragon, which is cool. I admire the dedication, but now now I'm kind of wishing that I went to that so I would know just how canon the show was. But I do remember watching it at least a little bit. But I don't remember watching is Duck Dodgers. Sorry, I've seen I've seen Looney Tunes cartoons, but just not that one. Oh, this is also going to probably ruffle some feathers. I didn't vibe with Ed, Edd n Eddy. I don't know. It just wasn't really my sort of thing. I was just like, okay. Like I didn't watch it at first because again, like it kind of gave me the like uncomfortable vibe. But then when I like actually like sat down and watched it, I was like, yeah, it's not really my sort of thing. I feel like it is very of its time, in my opinion. Like it came out at a certain time, and you can tell. Sorry, I just keep drinking. I'm so thirsty. I've been working hard. I'm gonna put Evil Con Carne in there too. Like it was fine. It's not I didn't like it as much as Billy and Mandy. Which we'll get to those. We'll get to those too. We got Foster's. I didn't watch too much of Foster's, but I do think it's cute. I like the art style of it, and once again, I like Lauren Faust. I know it was like both her and Craig McCracken that worked on it, but I like Lauren Faust, so I vibed with it. I vibed with it quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just didn't watch enough of Ed, Edd n Eddy to like give it a fair shake. I don't know. That's just kind of the vibe that I got. It just wasn't really my thing. The Garfield show. I remember they would have the Garfield show on like super early in the mornings, and I'd just be like, why is this on? Why is the Garfield show on? I thought it was okay. It's just like, I don't know. I like Garfield and everything to an extent. I think I only really like Garfield like in the comics and in like the funny like internet personas that people do with Garfield. Garfield, to me, Garfield is fun in small quantities. As in my opinion. I didn't think that Garfield was like too annoying. It just, I don't know. It just wasn't my thing. I'm so sorry to do this. I'm sure there's probably a lot of Generator Rex fans. I didn't watch it. Again, it was the same. It's the same thing as with Ben 10, where I didn't watch it because it was very like the advertising for it made it seem like very catered to boys, and so I just felt like, you know, I wasn't gonna like it because I wasn't a boy. So I didn't watch it. Yeah, maybe I'll have to like set aside some time and watch Ben 10 and Generator Rex, because I know like general consensus is that they are both good shows. I just haven't watched it. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that happening. I remember seeing like trailers and stuff for that. They would play it on the channel. But yeah, just like most of the action shows at that time, I feel like the advertising made it seem like, you know, like very boy centric, and to me it just felt like, you know, there would be nothing really of interest for me as a girl to watch it. And that's just the thing. Is just that like a lot of cartoons that were like coming out at that time, or like at the time when I was growing up, there really weren't many like female leads. Like, I'm trying to think. There was Kim Possible. I watched Kim Possible a lot. There was Totally Spies, which I watched a little bit. And like My Little Pony. My Little Pony was a game changer for me, alright? Because like I was a horse girl, number one. So like obviously, and I had already previously been a My Little Pony fan. So, you know, of course I was gonna like the new one. And yeah, like pretty much everything else was like, oh, and Winx Club, but I didn't watch Winx Club. It just wasn't on any channel that I had, so I didn't watch it. But yeah, like other than that, like pretty much every other cartoon series was very male centric, and that led up, I think, until like, I don't know, like I think Adventure Time had a very good like diverse cast, because, you know, like obviously Finn and Jake are the main characters, but there was also like all the different princesses, and there was Marceline, you know, so there were lots of female characters that, you know, a young girl such as myself could grow up with. And then you also have shows like, you know, Steven Universe, which we'll get into, that also had, like, even though Steven was the main character, all the cool characters were the gems, who were all at least feminine presenting. I don't know. It's like Hoseki no Kuni. They're girls, but they're not girls. Oh yeah, bro. If we were doing like a Disney Channel TV show tier list, Kim Possible would definitely be at the top for me. I loved Kim Possible. It's not George of the Jungle. Okay, alright. Truth be told, I thought that George of the Jungle was very funny when I was a kid, but, yeah, looking back, it was stupid. It was stupid. You know what? I'm not even gonna put it that I can say, because I really can't. I really can't see anybody but like a young stupid kid like me, like at any point in time. I don't know why I thought it was so funny, but I do like. I do really like the intro. I love saying, "Watch out for that tree." You know, maybe we'll put it at "It's so bad it's good." You know what? I'm putting it. Just for the intro, I'm making it so bad it's good, because that intro makes me laugh. Maybe I still have a bit of stupid kid energy. I don't know. I don't know about new. I think the George of the Jungle came out in like what, like 2006 or something? I don't remember. I just remember I remember watching it when I was little. I just don't. I don't think it was very good looking back. But it was very funny. And again, I'm sorry I didn't watch the action superhero shows. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yurushite ageru. Yeah, it's true. Oh, don't worry, don't worry. You all haven't seen the extent of the bad taste in cartoons I had when I was a child. we haven't gotten low enough. Just wait. Just wait. The real skeletons are yet to come out of the closet. All right. We got Billy and Mandy. I liked Billy and Mandy. It wasn't my favorite, but I did think that it was really funny. You know, when I was a kid, and I definitely remember like watching like the Christmas special, because I feel like they played that pretty frequently. Yeah. Oh, you'll see, and you know you'll probably regret having me as an Oshi. I'm gonna be honest. Just wait. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I ever really watched Grim and Evil. Like I've seen Evil Con Carne, and I've seen Billy and Mandy. I'm not sure if I ever I've actually seen the Evil Con Carne. I think the only time I've seen them is when they were separated. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see Masters of the Universe. I was never a He-Man fan. I didn't even really get into She-Ra. I thought I would, because like at the time, like the Netflix She-Ra was anything anybody was talking about, so I was like, yeah, okay. But I just didn't get I didn't really get into it. I like the art style of it though. It was cute. Yeah, I've heard that it was good. I just never watched it. I've never really seen the original either. I like Hi Puffy Abby. I like the band. I like the cartoon. And I like the art style of the cartoon. I just think it's really cute. It has such an immaculate vibe. I don't know. I never watched I Am Weasel. That one's also a little bit before my time. I never saw it. Oh, and you already know my opinions on Infinity Train, because I will not shut up about it. I admit I will never shut up about Infinity Train. Oh, Puffy Ami, they're this is the band. They did like the Teen Titans theme song, but yeah. It's a cute show. I will never shut up about Infinity Train. I'll never forgive Cartoon Network for canceling it, and I'll never forgive HBO for taking it off of their platform. So now the only way that I can watch it is through like a Google Doc. That's not okay. It's not okay. Hi, welcome. You came just in time for my rant about Infinity Train. I want them to bring it back so bad. They need to finish it. They gotta finish it. I'm going crazy. I just miss it so much. I think, I think the truth is not just that, like, the fact that they, like, for the final one, which the final season was gonna be like a movie, right? So, it's, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of weird that they would cancel it right at the end, even though it's just coming full circle. It's just finishing what the first season started. Anyways, I feel like Cartoon Network was worried that they were going to go even more messed up, because, like, especially season 4 was not as messed up, but season 3, oh my god, that one was super dark. So I don't know. I feel like that might have scared the network into being like, okay, maybe let's not do this anymore. Which is unfortunate, because I really wanted to see how it would finish, or I guess, I don't know. Would you consider that finishing? I guess technically the third season is like the ending, quote unquote, because the fourth one is kind of like a prequel sort of thing. Yeah, it's it's tough. It's such a good series though, and yeah, I said what I needed to say. We're moving on to the two Johnnies. The two Johnnies. Johnny Bravo. At the time, I really enjoyed it, but again, looking back, another one. It's another one where I feel like it was made at a certain time, and yeah. it is no longer that time. So yeah, that's gonna be my take. But it does have, I do think that Johnny Bravo as a character is very funny. Johnny says, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm putting Johnny Test in so bad it's good, just because it's given us so many great memes. I'm gonna admit it. I watched the crap out of Johnny Test when I was a kid. I watched that show all the time. I was not as super into it as I was into Adventure Time, but I watched Johnny Test all the time. I'm so ashamed, but it's it's also kind of so funny. I don't know. There was just something about the show. I could not stop watching it. Like, I look back and, the episodes, it's so stupid. Especially, like, the later seasons. They got to a point where I feel like they were just kind of repeating themselves. Like, every like, 5 episodes or something, they would have, like, a race episode where, like, all the characters would, like, have a big race or something. Yeah, it is a brain rot cartoon, absolutely. And I do agree, Bling Bling Boy was hilarious. Ah! I be drinking today. I told you, I've got strong opinions, alright? Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what was wrong with me. And this isn't the worst. Alright, listen. I told you I had some bad taste in cartoons when I was a kid. This is not the worst. We're gonna go lower. We're going lower. Yeah, you know what? I do agree. It definitely it definitely felt like Dexter's Lab at some point. With the redhead genius characters with the big glasses, and then the blonde younger sibling that always screws everything up. All Dexter needed was a talking dog. Or I think did Dexter have the talking dog, or was that only in Powerpuff Girls? Yeah, we're gonna go lower. Oh, believe me, we're gonna go lower. All right. Oh, once again, I'm sorry. I didn't watch the. I didn't I didn't really watch any DC shows. I also have not seen this. What is this? League of Super Evil. I didn't watch that. Sorry. I've heard of it. I just never watched it. That's true. That's true. I forgot about the superhero monkey. Oh my gosh. I've also never seen Life and Times of Juniper Lee, but I do want to watch it because it looks really cute. It reminds me of American Dragon Jake Long, and I really liked American Dragon Jake Long. That one slayed. I think I've seen like a little bit of Long Live the Royals, but not enough for me to like fully judge it. We're gonna say. But from what I did watch, I will say it did not seem like my sort of thing. I can't say if it was like just not my thing, but I can see how other people would like it or not. It just did not feel like my sort of thing. The Looney Tunes show, I did really like it. I thought that it had some pretty funny moments. I haven't seen like I said, I've never been like a super huge Looney Tunes fan, but I have seen, you know, a decent amount of shows and stuff. And yeah, I liked the Looney Tunes show. And I liked the songs. They had some banger songs, okay? I remember I liked the girl duck that like Daffy Duck's girlfriend. I liked her. I thought she was cool. I don't know where to put Mad. Cause like, you know, it definitely lives up to the name of being child-friendly robot chicken. I'm gonna put it in It's Fine just because it has Spy versus Spy, and those were the best segments. No, I'm sorry, I didn't really watch any DC shows. Like I think some of the gags from Mad, yeah, it did. I would say, from what I remember, it wasn't like super gross out. There was just a lot of like references that kind of went over my head because you know, I was a child. I had not seen like every single movie that had come out, you know. I only was really familiar with the shows that I was familiar with. And yeah, you know, like a lot of the movies and things that they would reference was kind of out of my age range. So yeah, like I said, it just kind of went over my head. I haven't seen it lately. So like I don't know, maybe if I were to go back and watch it, maybe I would get it more. I don't know. I also feel like a lot of the shows and the movies that they referenced, kind of, again, were like of the times, and so like, you know, if you were to watch it nowadays, you'd be like, I don't remember that movie. But I'm putting it. It's Fine. Only because of Spy vs. Spy. Keep that in mind, because I really like Spy vs. Spy. The original Toxic Yaoi. Alright. Mau Mau. You know what? I'll put it that I liked it, because I did like it. I think that the character designs are very cute. I really like Mau Mau. And I'm not just saying that because I have a black cat. But yeah, I think that it's a cute show. I feel like it was pretty underrated. It came out at a time, like, I would say the shows that came out in like the late 20 teens, I feel like they got very severely overlooked. just because, like, a lot of people, at the time they had like just grown up. They would be like nostalgic for like Adventure Time and Regular Show and Gumball, like shows from that era. And so the shows like, Infinity Train, Craig of the Creek, and Mau Mau, they didn't really get as much notoriety just because, you know, people weren't like nostalgic for these shows. There wasn't yet people to be nostalgic for these shows to talk about them, because I feel like a lot of like this sort of thing is based in nostalgia. Like how popular shows, like older shows, are now is a lot of it because of nostalgia. I'm not saying it's only that, because obviously there are. I'm not saying that they're bad. That you have like rose-colored glasses. I'm just saying that, like, you remember the shows that you're nostalgic for. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry. Big drink. Yeah, Mama's a good show. It's really cute, and it has some pretty funny moments. All right. I know I'm definitely gonna get some flack for this. I grew up when Flapjack had like started airing, and I'm gonna be honest, it was not really my type of show. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just didn't really vibe with the whole vibe. Sorry, double words. Um, yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I do I do I think that it's necessarily bad? No, it just wasn't really for me. But I understand why people do like it. I think that some of the scary moments are kind of funny. I like it when kids shows get a little scary, but like, especially when I was growing up, that was not really my type of thing. Like, I feel like if a show like because this might sound weird, but I feel like Flapjack has sort of similar vibes to like Over the Garden Wall, and I feel like if Over the Garden Wall came out when I was at the same age when Flapjack came out, I probably wouldn't like that either. But I like it now, so yeah, I don't know. Moving on. Megas XLR. Again, I want to watch it. I have not watched it yet. It's just like with the Life and Time of Juniper Lee. It looks good. I want to watch it. I'm just saying I'm not opposed to watching any of the shows that are in the list of shows that I have not watched. I'm just saying I haven't watched them, so I haven't really seen it. Okay, I have not seen this one. Mixels, no, it was not for me. I could see maybe like a young child liking it, and yeah, it didn't really, it wasn't my sort of humor style. I didn't think the Mixel creatures looked very appealing. It wasn't my sort of thing. I like more cutesy characters, and they were not very cutesy to me. I just remember they would play Mixels like all the time, and I was like, I'm sick of seeing Mixels. I don't care. It's just like with Unikitty, like, I remember seeing it. They would show it like all the time. Like, okay, whatever. I don't care. I'm not explaining Mighty Magic Swords. You can look that up for yourself. You can look it up. I'm not gonna. I don't want to talk about that one. The Moxie show. Oh, I feel so bad that I've never watched it because, like, you know, it's the first one. It's the first Cartoon Network original, so I feel like I should see it, but I just haven't watched it because, like, I feel like it wasn't the Moxie show. Isn't it just like kind of like Space Ghost Coast to Coast, where it's not really a show per se. It's just more of like segments or something. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I also didn't watch Mucha Lucha. I was like, oh my god, I have so many of the shows that I didn't watch. It's just because I didn't. If I was into Ben 10, I would have like half of this row would be gone. My gym partner is a monkey. It's not my type of show, but I love singing the opening. Every time monkeys are mentioned, I just like monkey. It makes me giggle. I can't deny. I just think it's funny. I'm sorry. I never. I think Mucha Lucha was like, it might have been before my time, maybe. I never saw it air, so I've never seen it. Ninjago, I did see air. I did not keep up with Ninjago though. I thought it was cool though. You know, of what I had seen. I liked the concept of. But you know, I never really like got into it. But I knew kids who were super into Ninjago, and they would like they had like the sets, and they had the little like spinny things that were like they were kind of like Beyblades. They would like bring those to school. Yeah, I remember kids being like super into it. But yeah, it just I watched a good chunk of it, like, when it first came out, and then I just sort of, like, I don't know, I dropped watching it, because, like, I couldn't keep up with the airing schedule, and I was like, well, I guess I'll never know how it ends, that's fine. Oh, that's... Honestly, same. I feel that way, too. Ooh, okay, KO! Top tier, alright. I love OKKO. I love OKKO. I can't believe that they took it off of HBO. Are they crazy? Are they crazy? OKKO is great. It's so cute and silly. And I love the main character's mom, but that's beside the point. It's just, I don't know, it's very sweet and silly. It's got such a nice humor to it. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I just really vibed with it. It's very cute. Oh my gosh. And then right after we get Over the Garden Wall, which is another top tier for me, cuz you know, I love horror in kids media. I don't know what else to say about Over the Garden Wall. I don't have as like Infinity Train is the only one that I have like a rant like in my brain perfectly every time. Like I love Over the Garden Wall. You know, I watch it every year when it gets Octobery. Yeah, I just really vibe with Over the Garden Wall. It's good spooky stuff. Perfect Halloween material. I didn't watch the Osmosis Jones show. I did not know that there was an Osmosis Jones show. I didn't know that there was an Osmosis Jones movie until, like, I don't know, like, honestly, it was a while back that I learned about it, but, you know, I was not an Osmosis Jones fan. That's it. Powerpuff Girls is also top tier for me. What can I say? I'm a girl's girl. I really like the Powerpuff Girls. I wasn't like super obsessed with it when I was a kid, but I watched it like all the time, you know. Especially cuz like when I was a kid it would air like kind of late at night. So, I didn't really get to watch it, but yeah, I loved it. I loved the stories, and the girls were super cute. Um the 2016 reboot though is going into yikes because obviously if you know you know. I'm just gonna say, like, self-shipping. Okay, I didn't like the whole thing about one of the, like, I can't remember if it was like a writer or something on the team who like shipped himself with Buttercup, or not Buttercup, with Blossom. Like, that's weird. Number one, it's weird that like, if it wasn't the guy himself that did that and it was like somebody else. Number one, it's weird to do that, to ship your adult coworker with a kindergartner character. And number two, like, the guy could, if the guy was like, don't do that, I don't want that, he could have been like, don't do that, I don't want that. But no, he was okay with it, and he voiced his character that was his self insert. So yeah, yeah, I don't like that. But it's not the worst thing that could have happened to the Powerpuff Girls. So, we could have had the CW show. Thank God. Mm, I'm also gonna have to put Problem Solvers into yikes, cause like, what was even that show? Oh man, oh my goodness. I feel like most people have either like never heard of Problem Solvers or have it as like a repressed memory. For me, it was a repressed memory. That show is like, I don't remember a single thing about it except for like the brown creature and the fact that it used like every single color. In every scene it was every single color imaginable in every scene, and it was too much. It was too much. I feel like it tried too hard to lean into the like 2010s lol random comedy that was like super popular. Yeah, it did not work. It was just, I just remember every time it was on the TV I was just like, what? It was like I was watching Candle Cove or something. Like, you could have told me that, like, my mom could have come in and been like, "Why are you watching Static?" And I would have been like, "I don't know." Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like I'm watching Candle Cove. I don't know. I don't know. It's, yeah. It's very, very eye bleed. Regular show. I love me some regular show. I feel like the show only improved when I got older. Cause like, when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, that's so funny. Oh my gosh, so true. But then, like, as an adult, I'm like, yeah, no, Mordecai and Rigby were terrible. They were awful. Benson is a saint for like letting them work there and live there for so long. Like, man. Yeah, I love regular show. It has a soft place in my heart. Even though, again, another funny story. I also got banned from watching regular show, which I think I've told this story at least like once before. Um, Mama B thought that in one episode they said a swear word, and she still believes that. She still believes it's like, to this day. I'm like, you remember when you banned me from watching regular show because you thought they said a swear word on Cartoon Network? And she's like, I heard what I heard. I'm like, sure you did, Mom. Sure you did. I was like, there's no way. The FCC would have been on them if they said a swear word on a children's network. It doesn't matter, like, what time of day. You know, if it was on Adult Swim, sure, but it wasn't on Adult Swim, so I don't know. I don't know what she was thinking, but I got banned from watching it, so yeah. True that, true that. Oh my gosh, I hate it when like kids shows become like just about the romance. Ugh, it's like get on with it. Save the romance for like anime. I did not watch Robototomy. It looked kind of it looks just like a more boring version of my life as a teenage robot. I'm not gonna lie. Or no, that this one's Robototomy. This one's Robot Boy. I didn't watch that one either. So oh my gosh, yeah, don't remind me. Oh, that was terrible. Samurai Jack, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna put it in top tier. I think Samurai Jack is Gendy Tartakovsky's best work. I'm gonna say, even though I concur with the emotion that the series finale was kind of a letdown, but I think that the bad outweighs or the good outweighs the bad. You know, I still love it. I love the art direction. I always love the art direction in the shows made by Gendy. Honestly, you know what? If I'm gonna be honest, I thought that the final season was fine. Like up until like oh, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it, but like up until a certain point, I thought that it was fine. But I can see why to some people it felt like a letdown. But again, I feel like the overall show is good. So yeah. Solidifies my opinion. Oh, they do have Mystery Incorporated. Yay! It's not top tier for me because I don't know. I'm not super crazy about Scooby Doo, but I will say it is the best of the Scooby Doos. I'm just gonna put it out there. I have seen Primal. I did really like Primal. That one was super cool. I don't know. It might just be. I might not. I don't know. I'm not putting it at top tier. I don't really have like. I don't know. I don't. Like I said, Scooby Doo is like not totally my thing, but I did really like the vibe of Mystery Incorporated. It was very good. Secret Mountain 4 awesome. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. It's not as bad as everybody says it is. Like, is it the greatest? No, but you know, it's not the worst cartoon ever. I remember thinking that like, is it ugly? Yeah. Yeah, no, duh. But I don't think it's as bad as Problem Solvers. They were kind of like they were kind of synonymous. I feel like when they came out, but I think that Sacred Mountain 4 Awesome is at least a little bit better. Even by like a tiny little margin, you know. But that could just be my bad memory. I don't know. I did not watch Secret Saturdays. I'm sorry. I don't remember Sheep in the Big City. And I didn't watch Skunk Fu either. Sonic Boom though. You know what? I'm fine with it. I'm not a super huge Sonic fan, but Sonic Boom is very funny. It's better than or actually, you know what? Let's just say, thank God they never made a game about Sonic Boom because it would be so bad. But thank goodness that never happened. So we don't have to worry about that. We just have a very good and funny TV show. Yay! Yeah, you know, the jokes of Sonic Boom definitely still hold up. And yeah, I think Space Ghost is fine. I I think that it was very. I'm trying to like think of the words that I want to say to express my emotions. I think that it is a good show. It's not my absolute all-time favorite, but I do appreciate the what it has done for the network. Also, thank you very much for the tip. I promise, you don't have to bribe me. I promise I will get to the more actiony shows eventually. I just finished watching Adventure Time, so I probably cuz I think Ben 10 is on Hulu. I do have Hulu right now. I just have to sit through ads, which sucks. But I'll probably have to like scour the internet for Generator Rex just like I did with Symbiotic Titan. Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to that. I never watched Squirrel Boy, but it did not seem like my sort of thing. I'm sorry, I was never into Star Wars. It's crazy to me that Star Wars cartoons at one point in time aired on Cartoon Network. Like I know they did. I remember seeing them on there. It's just like I don't know, like Star Wars has been a Disney property for so long now that like I don't know. For me, it's hard to imagine it as being literally anything else. It's crazy. Static Shock was cool. I don't really remember too much about it, but so I'm just gonna put it in the it's fine. But Static Shock is cool. I remember it covered some very serious issues, which I can appreciate. And I would say it covered those serious issues better than Captain Planet. Definitely, definitely. Though that's kind of a low bar. It was not as campy as as Captain Planet, for better or for worse. Steven Universe, you know what? You know what? I feel like Steven Universe gets overhated. I feel like that's not it's not a crazy opinion nowadays, but like I'm telling you, back in like the 20 teens, that was a bold statement to say that it's really interesting because like Steven Universe went from being really cool to like, and then to really not cool to like, and now it's just like kind of in the middle. But like you can tell who actually has watched Steven Universe and who just watched that really terrible the video essay about it and form their opinions from that. Like so easy, so easy. And you see, like I said, I just didn't really watch any of the action shows, so I don't have too strong opinions about them. But in my opinion, Steven Universe is good. It would it have been better if Cartoon Network didn't pull the plug on it too early? Yes. Did it have a not very good and rushed ending? Yes. But I would say again, that's not the fault of the creators. It's a fault of the network for caving to the homophobia that was coming towards it. Like I feel like if it stood its ground, it would have been like it would have been twice. It would have been twice the monument from what it is, which it definitely did like break boundaries in that regard. Yeah, it's a good show. It just it could have been better had the network allowed it to. I know this one? I don't think so. I don't think I know that one. Summer Camp Island! I love Summer Camp Island! I love Summer Camp Island! I quote stuff from Summer Camp Island all the time. And nobody knows what I'm referencing. I say it so much. Like, I'll say like, no babies! Like, every time my cats, like, I have food and my cats want to eat it, I'm like, no babies! No babies! And like, I just say so much stuff from that show, and like, I feel like I'm the only person I know who has seen it. But it's so cute. It's such a cute show. I love it. Your your enjoyment of the show, I would say, very heavily depends on how much you can tolerate baby voices. Because I think the kid that like voiced, I think it was like Sweet Pea in Adventure Time, also does like a lot of the like little critter voices. I think it's really cute, but you know, not everybody. It might be to some. It might be too cute. It might be too cutesy and babyish. Not to me. I love cutesy and babyish. So you know, it was right up my alley, and especially like with the last season, it really had a fun story. I love Susie. She's so funny. I do not have a baby voice. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I have a very normal adult voice. Thank you. Sunday Pants was like a short series, right? I don't remember. I don't remember. SWAT Cats I did think was cool, but I don't know. It didn't resonate with me as much as I thought it would, because I love cats, but I don't know. To me, it just didn't hit. Oh my gosh. Where is she gonna put Symbionic Titan? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to put it in top tier or not. You know what? I'm gonna do it because Symbiotic Titan was robbed. I finally get what everybody was saying. Absolutely, it did not deserve to get canceled after one season. That was not okay. I cannot believe. I'm happy that it at least got like a decently good ending. It wasn't an ending, but it was better than what Infinity Train got. So, you know. I think it deserved better, just like Infinity Train. That's why I was joking. I was saying like that's my favorite genre of cartoons, the tax write-offs. Oh man, we go from treasure to trash. Okay, you know what? I'm not afraid to say it. I do not like Teen Titans Go. I liked it a bit when I was a kid, but I don't know. It's just got very babyish. But not cute babyish like Summer Camp Island is. It's stupid babyish, and that's not my vibe. I understand. You know what? I'll concur. I can understand how some people would like it. It definitely, Teen Titans Go has an audience. The movie made that very clear. I am just not part of the audience. The original Teen Titans, though, I'm gonna put that in top tier. I was obsessed with Teen Titans when I was a kid. That's why I decided, I changed my mind. I'm putting it in, like, it's not for me, but I can see how other people would like it. It has an audience. I am not part of the audience, and that's okay. If you're part of the audience, that's fine too. I think we can respect each other's differences. That's interesting. I think I've heard about that anime. Yeah, I really love the original Teen Titans. It's such a shame. Again, another one that got cut too short. I'm noticing a pattern. Are you seeing the pattern? I, I just love the tax write-offs. I don't know what to tell you. Well, Teen Titans was not a tax write-off, but you know what I'm saying. I just love the tax write-offs. I love the tax write-offs. I really like the 2013 or 20 whatever year it came out. The Thundercats reboot, the old one before the new one. I never watched the new one. But it was good. It was good. I really liked the Thundercats reboot. They should have had more. It's like I remember Papa B really liked the original Thundercats, so he would show me that. And then the new one came out, and I thought that it was very good. I really liked the designs. I thought they looked very cute. But it's not fair. It's not fair. All the cartoons that I like get cut too short. Oh, well, maybe one day. Maybe one day. One day we'll get a good Thundercats reboot. I have not seen Taken Zeke. I've heard some nice things about it. I also have not seen Time Squad. Have I seen Time Squad? I don't think so. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It did. Oh my gosh. Ugh, I miss Thundercats. Yeah, I mean, I'm a cat fan, so you know, I of course I had to watch it because Papa B is also a cat fan. You know what? I'm putting Total Drama Island in my top tier too, because it's very top tier to me. It's just so iconic. I think about Total Drama all the time. At least like, you know what? Actually, I'm recanting my statements because I thought, at first, on the surface of just being, if it was just Total Drama Island, it would be top tier. But I gotta look at the series as a whole. And as a whole, it is not top tier. But I do really like it. Because as a whole, you also have to include Total Drama All Stars, which was bad because they did not let Gwen and Courtney end up together, which is a crime. They should have done that. And also Pacateo Island, which was not good. Revenge of the Island was fine. The other two, no. And the new season's not that bad. I guess they came out with the next new season, which is news to me. I don't know why I didn't hear about that. I just all of a sudden I was just on the channel, and I saw like ads for the newest Total Drama season. And I was like, it came out already? Yeah, I would say I think Total Drama Island and World Tour, those are the best ones. Action is fine. Revenge of the Island is fine. All Stars, not very good. And Pacateo Island, not very good. And then the newest season, it was fine. I liked the scary girl. I love my goth girls. I don't know what to say. Redonkulous Race is also fine. Again, I like the goths. I can't help myself. I just like the goth girls. But Redonkulous Race was a pretty decent parody of Amazing Race. And I grew up in a household that like my parents watch The Amazing Race like all the time. I do. I like the goth aspect of IHOP, not so much the IHOP aspect. I've had bad experiences at IHOP, let's just say. Ugh! Go to hell. I hate Total Drama Rama, alright? I can concur that the baby-fied versions of Teen Titans has an audience. I don't know who Total Drama Rama is for. Cause it is not for babies. That show is weird and nasty. I don't like it. Also, I don't understand why Jude from 16 is in it. Jude was not in Total Drama. None of the 16 characters were in it. They have like 2 16 references in Total Drama that I can remember. I'm not having it. No. Totally Spies is fine though. Totally Spies has, it definitely has some like weird fetish stuff, but it's not as bad as the weird fetish stuff in Total Drama Rama. Yeah, Totally Spies at least has a story to it. Total Drama Rama, I couldn't even tell you. That is, Total Drama Rama is brain rot at its finest. Totally Spies is like, I wouldn't even say diet brain rot. It's only brain rot for like DeviantArt kids. And I'm sorry I never got into Transformers. It was never my thing. Oh, people are shooting fireworks. Okay. Oh my gosh, that startled me. I just heard like pop 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 pop. I was like, oh my god. What is going on? I thought something like fell over. Uncle Grandpa, I'm gonna say it's fine. I know I'm gonna ruffle feathers with that, but it was fine. It had its funny moments, but I don't know. It didn't totally vibe with me like some of the other shows did. I never even really watched some movies of Transformers. Unikitty, also just fine. Like I said, I was kind of bored of it. Oh my goodness, my hip just popped like really loud. It was just one of those shows that like Cartoon Network like advertised the crap out of, to the point where I was like, okay, I get it. Yeah, sorry, you're gonna have to, because it wasn't for me. Not totally. It had funny episodes that I did like. It's just not my all-time favorite. Victor and Valentino was fine too. I thought that it was cute. I really liked the adage of Mexican folklore. I think that's cool. A lot of people, I feel like, dismissed it just because it was just like to most people it's just Mexican Gravity Falls, but it was all right. Uncle Grandpa's not that bad. You're just a hater, man. You're just a hater. Hating on Gumball, hating on Uncle Grandpa. Hater alert. Yeah, Victor and Valentino was fine. It had a lot of cute concepts. I liked when they would like go to the underworld. I thought that was pretty fun. I didn't watch too much of Villainous. I'm gonna be honest. I know that it's like a lot of Tumblr people's like top favorite shows ever. Mostly because of the Tumblr sexy man. But you know, I'm gonna be honest. I never got into the Tumblr sexy man craze. They're not my type. They can't just be twinks. They also gotta look like girls. You know, that's it's not enough. It's not enough. I like my men to look like girls. What can I say? it's like the Villainous was like a Spanish cartoon, and I think it only aired like on it was like a online exclusive series. I just remember it was like it was all over the internet when it came out. Like I would see fan art and stuff, and there was like a lot of like fan fiction about it with the main guy, the main Tumblr sexy man, and then the guy with the bag on his head. Yeah, people ship them like a lot, but like the lizard girl, she was the one who was like into the Tumblr sexy man. So, yeah, I don't know. It was I liked it enough, but I wasn't like super crazy for it. We Bear Bears. I think We Bear Bears is cute. You know what? I'm gonna put it in. I really like it because I think that it's really cute. Uh, is We Baby Bear? Yeah, that's later. But I guess I'll get to that one when I get to it. But you know, I think that it's a very cute show. You know, I just vibe with it. It's got a very low energy feeling, and I feel like more cartoons need more low energy vibes. I feel like having what a cartoon on here is kind of cheating because that's like a whole block. That's like saying like what's your favorite like I don't know I don't even remember what's your favorite like anthology thing. I don't know how to describe it. I just feel like it's cheating to have it on there. Whatever happened to Robot Jones? I thought that was cute. Robot Jones is nice. I like it has a very like 70s art style. And I like that. I also like the fact that Robot Jones is canonically non-binary. I think that's really cool. I think that's a nice thing to share that it's okay that you like girl things and boy things. That's cool. And I also I think that it's really funny that they got in trouble for the text to speech voice that they used originally. I think that's hilarious. Robot Jones was the original Hatsune Miku. Isn't Schoolhouse Rock a 70s sort of show? Didn't that come out in the 70s, or am I just going bonkers? Oh, which version is this? What's New Scooby Doo? That was fine. This New Scooby Doo was fine. Yeah, yeah, they did. It was for legal reasons. It was, I think, yeah, they didn't have like rights from the company that made the voice to like have it in their show. So to avoid legal trouble, they just got like an actual kid to do his voice. But I don't know. I like the original one. They should have worked things out. Though I think for like subsequent like cameos and stuff, I think they do use his original voice. I know they used it for the OKKO like crossover thing. And you see, my point stands. My point stands. It's 70s art style. I can identify. I can identify cartoon eras. I'm so good. I'm so good. I feel like I've seen Shaolin Showdown. I just don't remember anything from it. I'm sorry. I know I've seen it. I feel like I've only seen like a few episodes and I was very young. I don't know. I just don't remember anything from it. Young Justice, I thought Young Justice was cool. I didn't like it as much as Teen Titans, but it was good. That's what, like, Teen Titans and Young Justice are like one of the few like superhero shows that I did watch, or like DC shows that I did watch growing up. Okay. Okay. You know how I keep on saying that my taste in cartoons is very bad. So, this is my deep dark secret. I used to think that the annoying orange was really funny, and I used to watch the YouTube videos like all the time. I really liked annoying orange. I'm sorry. I really liked annoying orange when I was little. I don't know why. I don't know what was wrong with me. I guess you could say that I'm an OG VTuber fan. I'm sorry if this makes you think less of me. Because I liked annoying orange when I was like 7 years old. I'll let you know that looking back, I didn't, honestly, even back when I did like annoying orange, the TV show, is just not, it was, the YouTube shorts are better. That's a fact, the like low production YouTube videos were better than the company funded Cartoon Network show. Also, Tobuscus is in it, which is a shame. considering where he is at today, that's very unfortunate. It's just every single factor about the annoying orange show just it makes it worse and worse and worse. Every single possible aspect about it just tarnishes it more. I don't blame you. I don't blame you because you're right. You're right. Annoying orange is terrible. I don't know what I was thinking when I was a child. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I had a weird brain when I was a child. It's very unfortunate, but the point is, I've grown. I've grown up, and my taste in cartoons has improved immensely. Let's move on. Like I said, I've never seen Hero 108, and I said before, I didn't watch the she should have banned that one. You're right. But Thundercats Roar, I didn't watch. I feel like that show also got like way overhated, and I hate the Cal Arts drama. That it's such a stupid argument. Because you just know that like in 10 to 20 years, the new like current art style trend is going to start showing up in cartoons, and everybody's gonna be like, man, I hate how cartoons look these days. It's not as good as back in the 2010s when the characters all had like thin outlines and had like the bean face. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, you'll be happy to know I have seen like bits and pieces of the animated series, and I think it's cool. It's fun. I haven't seen enough episodes to rank it higher than it's fine, but I do think it's good. I think it's good. I do like it. I just haven't seen that much of it. I also I haven't seen any Superman stuff. I haven't seen Elliot from Earth, but it looks very cute. I'm sad that it got taken off of HBO before I could watch it. So, yeah. And you know, Wee Baby Bears, it's alright. It's fine enough. I think the art style is cute, but I think the original Wee Bear Bears is way much better. like it's the anime art style, the influence from that. I think that the babies are very cute, but they were also very cute in the original, and I just don't get why they had to go on like a magical quest. Oh, see, Mama B, she's too nice. She's she's too kind. She's too kind of a parent. She let me watch Brain Rot just because I loved it so much. I was gonna say, I think the only reason Mama B didn't ban it is because there wasn't anything like objectively like bad about it. It's like, you know, banning Courage the Cowardly Dog. Okay, that show is very scary. I can see the thought process. Banning regular show. Nowadays, I don't understand the thought process because, you know, I have the logic to know that they would never say a serious swear word on a children's network. But, you know, not wanting your kid to watch a show that has swear words, like, okay, alright, that's fine. Well, Mama V never banned Gumball. She just didn't like it. Annoying Orange, there really wasn't anything. I wasn't terrified of Courage. I liked it. I liked being terrified of it. That's why I kept watching it. But, you know, Annoying Orange didn't really have anything, like, there wasn't anything really that was like, okay, you probably should not let your children watch this, other than it just being, like, not very well made and being brain rot. Which, I mean, yeah, you probably shouldn't let your kids watch brain rot either, but, you know, like, there's not anything that is going to, like, scar you for life, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I turned out, like, mostly okay. I think I was alright. Anyways, moving on. Got the last three. There's more original shows, but I have not seen them yet. Jellystone, I have seen a little bit of. It's alright. It's pretty decent. It's got its moments. A lot of people were like very upset that they like gender swapped some of the characters, but like honestly, I kind of understand that because, again, same rings true even like back in the 60s and 70s that just like a lot of cartoons were very male-centered, and so there just aren't a lot of female Hanna-Barbera characters that they could pull from, so I understand that. I think it was fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine now for the most part. For the most part, I'm fine. I never watched the Fungies, and Steven Universe Future was fine. It's the best we got. It's the best we got for an ending. So, yeah. You know. Yeah, exactly. You know what? I think kids should be exposed to a little bit of horror as a treat. I mean, just look at how popular like Five Nights at Freddy's is. You know, kids love Five Nights at Freddy's, and that game's about a guy that like kills children and puts them in robots. But there we go. There's our full list here. I'll wait. Hold on. Let me. No. Where's me? There I am. Let me move myself. Bye, guys. Goodbye. Bye. I'll do a slow scroll. Ooh. Or hold on. Ooh. There we go. There's my full list of the large amount of shows that I just have not watched. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Hi, hi, I'm back. Hi. Did you miss me? Yay. She was a fairy. Oh my gosh, I've been drinking too much. Now I need to pee. Oh, well, I'll do it later. It's fine. Yeah, I know. It's mostly just like action shows. I didn't watch like a lot of action shows growing up. Like I'm telling you, if I had watched Ben 10 when I was a kid, like so much of that have not watched list would be gone. It's just, you know, it's just a testimony to how heavily marketed towards boys a lot of cartoons were. Yeah, I don't know. It just like I wouldn't say that I didn't like action shows, because clearly I did, because you know I had a decent portion of action shows, you know, in my top list. It's just, I don't know, I just felt kind of like not like I didn't fit into the demographic that they were going for those shows, so I don't know. You know, it's like I get, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm a broken record. I did like action shows, I didn't really have that much fondness. My Little Pony did not air on Cartoon Network. That's why I did not have it. If I was ranking shows that aired on the Hub, it would definitely be top tier. I think My Little Pony would be the only one that I would consider like absolutely peak. I can't think of any other ones. Though I do believe that She's Out sparked my love of femboys, so, you know, I gotta I gotta take it for that. Oh, that's right, I forgot about, how could I forget about Damn Versus? Yeah, Damn Versus would be definitely top tier. That show was so funny. I remember I was rewatching it a little while back, and I was like, oh my gosh, this show has only gotten funnier. Dan was so real. I too hate everything around me. Yeah, no, I remember, oh my gosh, I remember so much like fan content was made of like, and I think actually the Hub made like some like official shorts of Dan with Pinkie Pie, and it was so funny. Honestly, I would love to see just like a short series of just Dan and Pinkie Pie interacting, because I think they would have such a funny dynamic. The character that hates everyone and everything, and the character that loves everyone and everything. That sounds perfect. Who would be better to pair a grumpy jerk with than a happy pink horse? Yeah. Yeah, I remember I also really liked Pound Puppies. Secret butt fun. I liked Pound Puppies, and I did like Littlest Pet Shop. I was so excited for Littlest Pet Shop to come out. Not as much as My Little Pony, but I was so excited for Littlest Pet Shop to come out, because before that, they just had like the webisodes. But I was very happy that they kept like they had the similar theme song from the webisodes. Like if you looked up the webisodes, they have like a little intro, and it sounds like almost exactly like the one that they used for the show. It was cute. Especially since, like, you know, the Blythe dolls, that's where I got Blythe's name from. They were cute little fashion dolls that would go with the pets. I was like, yeah, Blythe's kind of like a cute little fashion doll. Why not? sounds like a perfect name. I'm trying to think of like what other shows. Oh my gosh, the haunt R.L. Stein, the haunting hour. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that one. Honestly, some part of me actually preferred the haunting hour to Goosebumps. Oh yeah, Marvin the Tap Dancing Horse. That one was on Cubo. Yeah, Cubo was pretty good. Oh my gosh, Atomic Betty aired on the Hub Network. I didn't know that. Oh yeah, Strawberry Shortcake was on there. That's right. That's right. That one was all right. I've seen better Strawberry Shortcake animated series though. Men in Black, the series. I don't remember that one. Yep, Batman Beyond. See, I told you all. I had seen a little bit of Batman Beyond on the Hub. Family Game Night. I remember that one. Did you know Family Game Night is I think, or at least I think it's still partially lost media. What else? What else? What else? Tunstein. Wait, Tunstein aired on that one was on Discovery Kids. I don't know if that one aired on the Hub specifically, but I loved Tuttenstein. That show was my jam. I used to just like sit and watch Discovery Kids just to wait for Tuttenstein to come on because I love that show so much. What a shocker. What a shocker. The bee that loves mythology really loved the show that was about Egyptian mythology. Family Ties the Wonder Year. Get out of here. Get out of here. I want my cartoons. I want my MTV. Oh, I remember growing up creepy. I never watched Jackie Chan Adventures. Taylor Swift Journey to Fearless? Huh? What? Taylor Swift Journey to Fearless or Fearless. Maybe I should pop this one. We'll go back. Here we go. Just don't mind the ads. Oh, hold on. Can I let's do anti-fandom. Please work. Ah, dang. Oh well. Sometimes anti-fandom works, sometimes it does not, and you just have to suck it up and deal with the ads, which sucks. But I liked Growing Up Creepy too. That one was good. Grossology, I did not like as much, but I did watch it, and I named my cat after their cat in the show. And I've never met anybody who has seen the show to get the reference, so I always have to explain the reference. And now there's, oh my gosh, my voice crack, ew. And there's R.L. Stein the Haunting Hour. Dan versus, yep, I did enjoy that. Oh, that's right, I forgot Gem and the Holograms aired on that. See, that show should have gotten a modern, like, Magical Girl reboot. I would watch the crap out of that. And there's Batman the Animated Series. See. I have seen a couple. Oh my gosh. For a second, I read that as Majora's. I was like, wait, like Majora's Mask? Like the Zelda game? No. I do remember this show. It was like a piano contest show. It was boring. I remember Transformers Rescue Bots. I didn't watch it though. Oh, and I remember Care Bears. I remember Care Bears being on there. Yeah, I know that Gem had like the comics, but it's not the same. And it had that one really bad like TV grade movie. Such a shame. And Littlest Pet Shop, I remember watching that. And I remember watching Animaniacs on the channel. Wizards vs. Alien? I don't remember that. And there she's on my my introduction to femboys. You know, we all start somewhere. I don't remember Spooksville. The name sounds familiar, but I don't remember that one. I didn't get to watch the Animaniacs reboot because it was on Hulu, and for a while I did not have Hulu, but I have Hulu now, so maybe I'll have to watch it. Oh my gosh, I remember Too Cute. Too Cute was freaking... That show was on all the time in my house. I had an animal family, so... It's true! It's true! It did! Though I was traumatized in a bad way when I tried to look the show up on Google Images. So the worst mistake of my life. Was it as bad as some of the stuff that I've seen from My Little Pony? No, but it was pretty bad. Excuse me for trying to look up characters from a children's show. God. I can't win. I can't win. Yeah. Is this the like really ugly one? Show me a picture. Show me a picture. Gosh darn it. Is that the really ugly one that they like was like the first thing that they aired? As I remember, I was there. I was there when the Hub Network premiered. Oh my gosh. I remember yes, it was. Oh my god, these things are ugly. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh! Why does that one have a mustache? Okay, alright, get out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Okay. No, like, okay. She's always not a. It's okay. It's not a very good show, but it's not. Okay, I'll say on the fetishy scale, 0 being there's nothing that bad, and 10 being totally spies, I'd say it's like a 3. It's really not anything that graphic. Though there was a subplot where the main character's best friend didn't know that he was Shizao and was in love with him, and they cut that, which sucks. That would have been great. Because it would have been they couldn't like. That's just the thing. They could never give the main character a love interest of like either gender, because it's gonna get gay either way, you know. They can't have the best friend be in love with it because he's a guy, but they can't have like a girl best friend be in love with him because he dresses like a girl. They can't have that. It's true. I do. I just don't. That show, I feel like I'm okay. I'm okay that it didn't. It's disappointing that they chickened out with that subplot, but you know, I think I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna look it up because I'm scared of bringing back traumatic memories, but but yeah, you know. Sorry, big stretch. What was I saying before? Yes, I remember the day that Discovery Kids, you know what, well, I'm not doing that. I remember the day that Discovery Kids transitioned into the Hub Network, because I loved watching Discovery Kids, because, you know, like I said, that was, they aired Tut and Sign, and that was my jam. But they changed the network over, and I remember the last thing that they aired was Kenny the Shark. But they changed to the Hub Network, and honestly, I was okay with it. Mostly because they started airing My Little Pony, and oh my gosh, I was into My Little Pony like I was into literally nothing else. My Little Pony was like the gateway drug to literally everything that I have ever liked in my life. Like I would not be the bee that I am today if it were not for My Little Pony. Cause that show got me introduced to anime, and I never went back. It got me into so many other things. And yeah, the My Little Pony was my canon event. And like I was a longtime fan. Like, I'm not like some of these fake brony fans, okay, who were like gatekeeping girls from being into the show. I watched My Little Pony. I watched the 80s show. I watched the G3 specials. I had seen like all the different variants of G3. And so like when I found out about the G4 show, man, I was set. I was set on it. Yeah, no, I'm very serious in you guys. I'm telling you, She's Out sounds like it was gonna be like a weird, crazy, like the author's poorly disguised fetish. It's not. It's not a good show. It's not a good show because it's weird, or it's not a good show because it's weird. It's not a good show because it's just not a good show. Really. the premise is the premise is interesting, but the execution, not really. It was not as interesting. But yeah, My Little Pony was my gateway drug into like pretty much everything that I'm into now. Vocaloid too. Oh my gosh. Actually, it's hard to say if I'm into Vocaloid more than I was into My Little Pony, because I do kind of make my entire personality about Vocaloids. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if like I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say because I feel like I have been into My Little Pony for longer, but I was deeper into Vocaloid than I think I was for My Little Pony. Like I don't have like an encyclopedic knowledge of My Little Pony like I do for Vocaloid. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. The final seasons of My Little Pony, I feel like they're just like, I don't know. Once they got to like the School of Friendship, I was like, what are we even doing? But the last episode is good. It's a nice like it gives you like a nice closing out of like what became of all the main six and everything. You know, it's sweet. Yeah, I used to watch like I watched Toonami when it was on like Adult Swim, I think only. I can't remember. I can't remember if I ever saw it when it was on Cartoon Network. I don't think I ever did. Yeah, it's true. Though the one episode, I can't remember what season it was, but the one episode where Rainbow Dash has to like let her turtle or her tortoise hibernate. That one, oh my gosh. I watched that episode like not too soon after I lost my cat. That episode made me cry a million tears. I cried so hard. Cause like, you know, really the episode was about like losing a pet. And, you know, that like tore me up. Yeah, no, I know I've told this story before about like how shocked Mama B and my friend, because like when we went to see it wasn't the My Little Pony movie, it was the Equestria Girls movie. But I'm not that young, okay. So uh so me and my friend of same age, oh sorry, hiccup, my friend of the same age, we went to go see it. And I knew I knew all too well about the Brony fandom. Okay, that was like, to me, for some reason in my brain, even though I was like, I don't know, like 11, like 10, 11, for some reason in my brain, I was like, yes, these are my people. I am one of these people. I was not. I was not one of those people. I mean, you know, I liked the show like as much as those people, but I was not one of those people. No, sir. However, Mama B and my friend, they they had no idea. They had no idea about it, and I even, because like I still talk and hang out with that friend from before. um, we like talked about it not too long ago, and she was like, I had no idea that the fans were like this. Yeah, I think they were I think there were maybe like two other like parents with young children in the audience, but like I was totally in the fandom. I knew all the like in jokes and everything, you know. You might say I was 20% cooler, but you know, you didn't hear that from me. No, I definitely was not 20% cooler because I like the annoying orange. What an embarrassing time in my life. Oh well, it's okay. That time is over. I don't know. I was also into creepypasta, so you know, we all have our moments. My moments just happen to be like all very cringy. You know what? That's okay, because I think at the end of the day, I at least had fun. I don't know if my friend like had fun, but it's because like me me and my friend, we went to see the Project Tech Guy movie together, and she was like, I'm getting I'm getting flashbacks to the last time you and me were at a movie theater together. I was like, oh come on, it's not that bad. It shouldn't be as shocking that there are adults seeing a Project Sekai movie. Maybe a little bit, just because, like, I mean, let's be honest. The main the main fan base for Project Sekai is like mostly teenagers and children, which is fine. There's nothing bad with that. I got into Vocaloid when I was like 10, so you know, yeah, sure, why not? But you know, there were I do think that it was very funny that there were some people who had absolutely no idea what Project Sekai even was, and like went into the movie and were like, what's with all these other characters? Like, you're on a cow farm, there's gonna be cows outside, you know. I just think it's funny. And yeah, oh, what time is it? What time is it? Oof. Man, I've been running, I've been trucking along for so long. This weekend has been a very rough one for me. But I'm glad that I most likely will not be summoned into work for a little while. And I requested a Saturday off, so I'll be relaxed. Yeah, I think a lot of people just thought that it was. A lot of people were blinded by the Miku movie premise, that they did not realize that it was in fact not a Miku movie, but actually a Project Sekai movie. So, you know, the main characters of the movie were the Project Sekai characters. It was quite the bamboozle. I just think it's funny. That's all. Yeah, I'm planning to go to a sort of convention thing. So I'm looking forward to that, getting a little bit of relaxation. Yeah, and I have another excuse to cosplay out in public. Hooray, hooray! My favorite pastime. I love having strangers like turn heads and say, "Oh, I love your outfit." I think actually, funny enough, the last time I did cosplay in public was when I went to see the Project Sekai movie, and I did my one and only Project Sekai Miku cosplay. That's the only one. That's the only one I have, because like I don't care about the the OC characters. I don't know what I'm gonna cosplay. I haven't decided yet. Mm-mm-mm. I kind of like inside. I want to cosplay Pekora again, just because I love that outfit. I think it's very cute. But at the same time, I don't want to cosplay Pekora because like the last time my costume kind of fell apart, and I want to make adjustments to it before I wear it again, especially for the straps, because so okay, so you know, I'm assuming you all know of Miss Usada Pekora, and you are all familiar with her regular outfit. And so, you know, it's very reminiscent of like the bunny suits, you know. So you know, like bunny suits, they kind of just like attach to your chest. However, they do give you like a plastic band thing that like loops around the costume, so so it keeps up, right? However, the band that came with the costume is very flimsy and not very good. And the last time I wore it, it kind of came off once or twice. Thankfully, nothing fell. You know, nothing bad happened. It's just that it slipped off. The hook slipped off of the loop in the fabric. I told Mama B when we were at the convention, I was like, if my cosplay falls down, we are leaving. I would kill myself if that happened, but thankfully it did not. So I want to before I wear that cosplay again, I want to get a sturdier band for it. I want to go back to the place that I used to get my like dance leotards and stuff from, because I know that they sell stuff like that. Because that we used a lot of, we called them like magic leotards when I was in dance. So we would wear those underneath our costumes all the time. So, you know, I'll just get like bands from there, and they should hold pretty well. Yeah, I do also need to remake the hair clips. I tried to find better hair clips for them to like glue to the carrots, but I haven't found any yet. At least not, cause like I need them to like go along the ridge of the carrot so that I could like pinch the carrot and the bottom to have it open. I just haven't found any clips that do that. I don't know. Finding the perfect clip is hard. Exactly, exactly. Cosplay magic. That might be it might be kind of funny. I don't know if like any of the moms that I used to know from dance are still like working because the dance studio that I was with at that place, um, they would like employ some of the moms there, and like but I think most of the girls that I knew that like danced there, I think they've all graduated now, which is insane to think because like I remember when like all these girls were like tiny little babs and now they're like grown adults and they're going to college and stuff. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I can't imagine what that's like for their parents. But yeah, it'll be a funny conversation if I do see a parent that I know and they're like, oh, so what have you been up to recently? I'm like, cosplay. Like, oh, are you getting back into dance? They're like, no, I do cosplay. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know, cause like this is the convention that I'm going to. It's kind of a new convention, so I don't really know what to expect. And it's like a very mini convention. Like it's only gonna be for 1 day. So yeah, I'm curious to see what it's going to be like. They say that there's gonna be there's gonna be like an artist alley and games and stuff. There won't be any panels, which sucks because that's like half of the fun. Half of the things that I do at conventions is I like to go to panels. I know some people. There's some people that like there's some people that don't really care for the panels. Couldn't be me. I love going to panels. I love seeing people yap about stuff that they like. I like to like yap about stuff that I like. So it's just it goes hand in hand. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I guess technically I am still into dance. I just don't take classes anymore. And I really did. I feel like doing cosplay and like doing these performances has made me realize why I struggled so much in dance is just because like I just didn't really enjoy doing other people's choreography. I never have. Like, even when I wanted to be like a Vocaloid dance YouTuber, I think I told that story before. Um, even back then, I didn't want to just like do the dances that everybody else was doing. I wanted to do my own dances. So, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's just something that I've noticed as I have gotten older and now I am no longer bound by the constraints of being a competitive dancer. I can finally just like go and do with the knowledge that I've accumulated what I want, and I feel a lot happier. I really enjoyed choreographing my own my own things, and I do like to perform. Clearly, yeah. We'll see about that. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be allowed to do that. I thought about like maybe applying to do like a cosplay performance there, but since it's a newer convention, I want to see what the vibe is there. You know, that's what I did at the last convention that I was at, because the last convention I was at was also like a new one. So I didn't perform just because I wanted to see what it was gonna be like. And yeah, I think I'll do the same. Yeah, with that all being said, I think it's time for me to end, especially because I really want to go to the bathroom. And I don't like leaving my setup on while I do all that. I don't like it. So, yeah, thank you everybody for joining me. This is a lot of fun. I'll have to do another tier list sometime. I'll have to think about something else I can really like yap about for a good long while. Maybe I'll do a Disney cartoon tier list. Maybe. Though I feel like I haven't watched as many Disney shows as I have Cartoon Network shows. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But until then, have a